Hi, I'm Tom and welcome back to our series on financial planning. Today we're going to be talking about savings and emergency funds, how much and what they're there for. So it's generally good advice, and I think all financial planners agree that you should have an emergency fund. Typically what that looks like is 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. Your living expense we talked just briefly on back when we were talking about budgeting, but it's essentially your bills that you need to pay. Your home, food, groceries, stuff like that. So 3 to 6 months of that could be anywhere. If you're a single college guy like me and I was eating ramen most days, that's probably not very much. If you have a full, large family, you have a big house and multiple car payments, that could be a lot. So let's just say it's $10,000 a month. So 3 to 6 months would be $30,000 to $60,000. So why that range, right? It's going to come down to a couple of variables. One is how consistent is your income? If you have a really, really stable job, and if you were to ever lose that job, is it easy to find a new one? Think someone in a union, in a trade, right? They're always hiring. There's lots of places to work. We're in the Midwest. There's lots of factories that you could go and find a new job at. You could probably have on that lower end towards the 3 months. If you're a business owner or your income is variable, right? Maybe you make a lot of money off of commission, right? And your income is largely commission and sale dependent. You probably want to be closer to that 6 month. The last thing is also just personal preference and comfort. Some people are just comfortable and have a sense of ease when they have a certain dollar amount in their bank account. They open up their app and say, yep, I've got my $30,000 or I have my $50,000. I'm doing okay today, no matter what's going on in their life. So that's a final kind of other component where you don't want to really bring that number below due to that comfort, but you can always bring it up if you need to. The reason an emergency fund is so important is there's a lot of unforeseen expenses in life. What if you get in a car accident and the accident is over and above your insurance coverage? That could be a large out-of-pocket expense that you have. What if your home gets damaged or you aren't able to work? If you break your leg and aren't able to perform your job for a while, you need money in order to cover those expenses, at least for the short term, to allow you to kind of recover or heal or just to float those expenses until you can save up and pay those off. Essentially what that's going to do, and we mentioned it again briefly in the net worth video, is it's going to allow you to protect your net worth. If you don't have sufficient savings and you have to pay those bills, you're now going to have to go and sell something probably at a loss because you need that money quick. So you're gonna have to sell it for less than it's worth in order to just pay those bills. Hopefully this explains a little bit of what an emergency fund is for and kind of what it might look like for you and your family. If it was helpful, like and subscribe, and next we'll be talking about insurance and other risk management to keep what you have yours and keep it safe.